Hey, this is Mike from MC Audio. We're going to show you how to replace the RCAs on a Technics SL1200 turntable. Going to show you the tools you'll need, and then we're going to take you step by step through the process. Okay, you'll need a milk crate or a record crate. You'll need a multimeter. You'll need a rubber mallet. You'll need a little pliers, a screwdriver, Phillips, razor blade, a little screwdriver. This is a switchable Phillips flathead. A nicer soldering iron. If you're going to do this a lot, it pays to get a nice one. Solder, and then wick. First thing, we're going to remove the platter from the 1200. I put my finger in the two holes and pop up on it. Sometimes, especially on older tables, that'll get stuck. That's where a rubber mallet comes in. A little tap and it'll come right out. This is a great place to set the screws that you're going to remove from the back of the 1200. So I'm going to pop this over here. Then I'm going to secure this tone arm. This is a broken tone arm clip. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it so it doesn't flip around and potentially get damaged. Took the weight off. I secured this down. So now we can flip it over and get at the back. See how this is going to work on here? You want to make sure you don't bash your tone arm putting it on the milk crate. So when you flip it upside down here, set it down, you kind of feel around, make sure, double check that you're not on anything important. You want to make sure you're not on the start-stop button. And there we have it. Now we can remove the bottom. I'm going to first remove the 4 feet. These just spin out. Then we're going to remove all the screws in the back of the 1200. You want to be careful on this side of the turntable here. Support it when you're removing the screws. You don't want to launch the turntable off and need to repair more things. And then we're going to take out the last screw and we can go ahead and pry up the back plate of the 1200 here, which is like a rubberized material. Your pitch control assembly. This connects to underneath the platter. This is where your RCA and your ground connect into your tone arm wires. Power. This is your power on off. And this is your pop-up light or your stylus illuminator. Now that the back cover's been removed, we're going to remove the strain relief for your RCAs. These 2 screws come out. And now I'm going to use the flathead side of the screwdriver. We're going to pry up this little tab here. And that's going to release the 2 pieces. That's what they look like. They fit into each other. And now we're going to go ahead and remove the final 2 screws. Again, be careful here. I use my arm to kind of counterweight the table so it doesn't tilt up on you. We're going to remove this zip tie. Now we're going to use the multimeter to check continuity in the RCA first, because that's what we suspect is bad. So we're going to start with the outside red, and we have no continuity there. We're going to next go to the inside red. That works. We'll just check the other one as long as we're here so we know what's going on. That appears fine. And that appears fine. So this is our problem one. We're going to use the wick to remove the solder from these. You're going to take your RCA cable, try to get roughly the same diameter cable that you're replacing. You're going to cut it in half. We use 6-footers here. Then we're going to put the red and the white. So we're going to kind of want to pre-measure this so we can make sure that we're on point. So I'm going to want to cut back to roughly about here with them. I'm going to strip my cable, and I'm just going to kind of make sure that it's how we want it in there. And usually the red ground right there, you snip a little shorter. We're going to tin the ends of our RCAs. Now we're going to thread through the plate right now. It's a lot easier to do it now than have to stuff the RCA, big RCA ends through. And we're also going to place the ground through there. I like to make sure we keep it along that channel where we're going to zip tie it down. And make sure you don't bleed over into any of those little wires coming from your tone arm.